What are your thoughts on this whole Kodak Black situation where he feels like if they don't pay, they don't stay?
I mean, it sucks that he's realizing it now.
Well, I mean, he was talking about that he was really young when he got started. Did he have like good
Yes.
direction? Wait, didn't didn't J. Cole say he wish he had more direction? He sure did.
Yes.
He sure
And
did.
a lot of artists go through that because they feel an obligation to support their hood, their surrounding, and whatever, right? Which is in some ways understandable because you had a group of friends before you started.
Right.
But what you're not realizing is the addition that comes along as you're making it and you're allowing them to come through the gates with you,
Right.
right? Because you got it. And you feel like, or the industry makes you feel like the bigger your entourage, the more of a, I guess, an ambiance that you'll get because it looks like you're portraying that you're deep in these streets.
Right.
Meanwhile, as you're getting bigger, kind of sorta, you're actually getting lonelier because now you're realizing that the people that are with you
Mm-hmm.
are just there for the monetary value that you could
I mean, but
provide.
that's a natural evolution. You have to think
Cool,
about that.
cool, yes, but then you also kind of lose the idea or sight of the niggas that's really with you, right? Because you'll have those that'll be with you with or without money.
Cool.
It's the additions that you have to look out for. Now, if you come down to a point where you have to pay people to be around you, that's problem number one.
No, because okay, this is what, in my opinion, happens. That when you are coming up and you're in a position, you want to help those around you, but you're the boss. So your homeboys, you give them jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that. You give them positions, but you're the boss.
Mhm.
So now I pay for your livelihood. Whether somebody is now your homeboy becomes your assistant, your other homeboy becomes this other person and this other person. Now they're on payroll.
Right.
So now that changes the dynamic of friendships. So, right, you were friends, but when money becomes involved, it changes the dynamic. So now you're on payroll, I'm paying you. It's a job. This is a job.
Mhm.
So there are certain things you don't say to your boss. When somebody's not paying you, you're not beholden to them. I'm not worried about what I say to you because you don't affect my mortgage. But now, because I get paid from you, I've become reliant on you to pay my mortgage and pay my life. And now I've become accustomed to a certain lifestyle because I have a job that I probably making, let's say, one of his homeboys, right? Now one of his homeboys making $200,000 a year. He probably maybe would not have been making that money.
But nothing says he's talking about his direct homeboys, like the ones that he had from the beginning.
But often that's often, I'm just saying that's what happened. I remember there was a A-list celebrity, right? Where she tried to like take care of everything for her parents. Her mom, you just like and the mom was like, no. No. Because I never want to be in a position where I can't tell you what I need to tell you.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because do you understand when somebody pays for your life, it alters how you interact with them. And naturally, the dynamic is going to change. So, like year one, we might have been like authentic and organic and we chill, whatever. Year 6, because that's a long adjustment. It's going to change it.
Now you're used to that lifestyle.
Now, not only that, the dynamic of the friendship has changed. The authenticity has changed. So he is gonna notice it. He's gonna feel it. So I understand what he's saying when he's saying, damn, basically, I pay people to hang out with me. Because you do.
Listen, I can't speak for Kodak, but I'll speak for myself. Knowing the things that I've known from the beginning and what I've been told from the beginning from my Haitian parents, which he's Haitian, and I'm sure he probably heard something like that, but probably chose to ignore it. And I don't know if that's the case, but Haitian parents have a way of telling you, watch out for your friends, right? Watch out for your surroundings. And they would not stop. There will be a constant telling you of your surroundings. With that being said, if I have to get to any point where I gotta pay somebody to hang around me, then guess what? You ain't eating because of me today.
You ain't what?
You ain't eating because of me today.
I don't think he meant it that way.
No. But what I'm telling you is, because if I gotta pay you to hang out with me, you're coming to my house, drinking my liquor, eating my food, enjoying my good time, and I gotta pay you to do that? Nigga, what the fuck?
I don't think he meant it like I'm paying. I don't think he's paying for like escort services from his friends in terms of that.
He's not talking about security either. He's just talking about his surroundings.
But I think like when you have your peoples on payroll, I'm telling you, it changes the dynamic.
No.
Okay.
Payroll is different. Somebody's working for you, they're paying you. That's different.
Yeah.
That's different. But he said, from what I understand, what the quote says, paying people to be around me.
Essentially, that's what you're doing. Because if that's your homeboy and you put him on payroll and you give him a job to do, right? He's not going to have the same...
That wasn't your people from the beginning.
It was
because... I tell you what.
Money always changes things, Gene.
Money does change certain things and certain people. But at the same time, if it was somebody that was with you from the get-go, with or without money, that wouldn't be an issue. As a matter of fact, you put me on payroll, we were from the beginning, I'm doing my job, but guess what? I'm still with you.
Yeah, okay.
Now, let's just say you start to go down, you start to downfall in your careers, whatever. But the job that you gave me, that could actually possibly be working on something else besides this enterprise, I'm going to support you until I can't no more, or until you get your feet back up.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it should be. So that means that a true friend.
But that's the thing that I don't understand when people do that. Like, you expect you and other people.
No. I never said I expect people.
Okay,
but I'm telling you,
that's rare. Like, you don't even be like you don't even know. That's the thing. You thinking these people are for you, like these are your friends. Like, no, and you will put your life before you think these friends would do anything or betray you or anything like that. And you be wrong.
We're talking about friends that we had before everything.
Man, I tell you what.
After everything.
Let me tell you something. It could have been
before everything.
Your homie from kindergarten.
Before everything, we were spending $1 trying to get potato chips so that we make sure we ain't
Nothing binds people more than misery. Okay? Please. Okay? Money changes dynamics, and that's what people understand.
At this point, if you're starting to act funny on top of my money, guess what's happening?
They're not necessarily acting funny, though. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
Go back to quarter waters and everything. If they even sell them for a quarter anymore,
they don't want to go back to quarter water.
Well,
so what do you do?
Because I see your game. I
what game? I'm just doing my. You gave me a job. I do my job.
Yeah, but the job is pertaining to my industry,
and I do it.
My business,
and I do it.
Okay. So now, but I'm realizing that you're.
What are you realizing? I don't hang out with you as much
because you're doing the job.
No, because I'm working, and then after that I go.
Then it's not personal.
But we were friends. There was a time that.
Okay, so at this point, you understand that what I'm doing, really, I need more people to help me do the job. So at this point, if you don't have time to hang out because of the job that I put you in to do because of my industry, then it's not a beef. Now, if you choose to do something different because you feel like you can't be my friend, you're bigger than that, and at this point, guess what? That job that I gave you to do,
I can't do it with you.
You ain't doing it no more. You gotta figure it out.
Ultimately, in my opinion, try to keep it separate.
Money and blood don't mix like two bitches, no dicks. What? Is that what?
That's not what I was saying.
Okay.
I don't think it might. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In terms of friendships. Like friends, going into business with friends, unless it's extremely clear and the two people are regulated, to me, more often than not, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. It's a certain recipe that most don't have because people take things personal. People take things personal. And so that's the problem. So when you take things personal and then money gets involved, the relationship dynamic gets fractured. So for me,
do you think it's a problem of respect or loyalty?
It has nothing to do with either or. It has nothing to do with respect or loyalty. It has to do with you taking things personal when it comes to business and money. Because the friendship seeps in. Because now you're like, oh, you made this move and then you're being disrespectful. Am I being disrespectful? Because if you looked at it in an objective lens, right, you'd be like, oh, I see why you did that because it's objective to you, right? Now your ego's involved because you're like, no, you made that move without telling me. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, I didn't get a chance to tell you because of X, Y, and Z. This is, nah, you can't do that.
Well, is your job to inform me what I'm doing wrong? Is your job to
No, we're not talking about Kodak.
Your job is not. Well, I'm just saying.
It's not about your job.
If your job that I gave you is to tell me or to help me, whatever.
You didn't give me a job. You're not. We're talking about.
We should have a meeting. But if it's not,
talking about friends and business and why they don't.
I'm saying the same shit.
No, but see, okay. So you're talking about you get, and that's even also tough. Because that shifts the dynamic. It goes right back to what I'm saying.
Not necessarily, because listen, understand this. We're all coming from nothing, and I got an opportunity to do something, and here I am putting you to work, right? Okay, cool. Now, depending on the position I'm giving you, if that includes being part of the people that's gonna tell me or help me guide my career to a certain way, cool. But if your job is to make sure that everything in that mailroom is running properly, where do you feel like you have the say-so in what's happening in the decisions I'm making?
You're not giving your friend no mail clerk room job.
If the nigga was doing nothing but smoking weed all day, I give him a job that guarantees him, I'm guaranteeing him $100,000 a year.
Okay, that's just, then you're doing charity work. Like, we're talking about your friends. Like, I want you to be realistic. If you give your friend a job, you're not.
And this is where it comes in, because if it's my friend, then I should not have that issue at all. Then
you in the mail. No, that means that you are also mailroom clerk type of energy.
No.
It is, because let me explain to you. Because if it's somebody that's your friend, and without anything, you should be at least close of the same mind, right? You should be having meeting of the minds. You should be sitting there brainstorming and stuff like that, right? We're talking about your friend, not you doing a favor for your auntie. You're talking about your friend. So you're not giving somebody who you coming up with. That means you guys are always exchanging ideas. You guys are going back and forth. You're having meetings of the mind. So you make it out, right? You end up giving that person a position that's not a mail clerk position. Like, I want you to be realistic, because it doesn't work that way. So here's the problem. Can I finish? Can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
Essentially, the challenges that come with those types of things, right? Where you had nothing before and you guys were exchanging ideas and having these meetings and everything like that, and always like trying to pull each other up, right? And you make it. Now you trying to pull this person up and you giving them a job or whatever. The challenges are going to come because that person's going to question your judgment. They're going to question your judgment. They're going to be like, damn, he don't know what he's doing.
If I didn't know what I was doing, how did I make it there?
Luck.
For me to put you into employment.
You got lucky.
Oh, I got lucky. So what does that make you then?
People will come up with anything.
Okay, so with that being said, I don't want to be in a position where I got lucky. That's why you should have true friends. If you don't have true friends, then expect everything that's going to come with that, depending on the position that you got a true friend? Huh?
How you know you got a true friend?
You know what a true friend is.
No.
I mean, listen, some things we'll trust.
You think you have a true friend.
Something we'll try. Some things we'll try, the so-called true friends or whatever. I'm not escaping that until it's tested, right? Cool. But in reality, sometimes you do know, or you expect to know. Probably you think you do.
Circumstance will lead you to believe you have a true friend.
All right.
Because you're both in the same circumstance.
Let's just say you go through all the trials and tribulations.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, and then you still have those same people from the beginning.
They move different.
Like, maybe they don't.
They move, like, I feel like when you have, like, those quote-unquote truth, it's like, circumstances will reveal a lot. That's what we was talking about with the lottery. You got somebody who's very docile and chill. Like, oh my God, he's something. He's such a good worker and so docile. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, I let him pick up my kid because, you know, I trust this guy. I trust him.
And then he wins the lottery.
And then he wins the lottery and then he's scratching it in your car in the job you gave him. This is a true story. And you try to play a little joke on him thinking it's going to be funny. He's in your car. Fuck you, I hate you. Like, what? And yo, the crazy part is you see...
Without knowing the backstory?
You see the hurt in the dude who's just trying to play a little joke on him. He's taken back, like, damn. Like, whoa. You don't know what people hold in their heart.
How many times did that dude trying to play jokes on him while the guy who's scratching the lottery card...
You know what, babe?
Who needs to scratch that lottery card?
I don't know.
And then it's tired of the jokes that his so-called... boss and friend has been doing.
You will always find something.
No, I'm just saying. It's
you will find the proverbial needle in a haystack. But there's a needle in there though. I can't. I can't. Like, dude, the point.
Yeah, but the thing is, dude might think that it's an innocent joke. Meanwhile, he's been joking on him for the past 10 years because of his situation, because he's under him.
Dude.
What if him win that lottery?
Maybe it's not.
We don't know that.
That's what I'm trying to tell.
There's always the variable. You can't argue with me on that.
No, dude,
you can't argue with me.
Because you know the thing with Gene is, it'll be like, there's a 1% chance, and Gene be like, so there's a chance. It'd be like, what?
But you said there's a 1% chance.
Dude, it's a 99% chance you gonna die. And there's a 1% chance if you take... So there's a chance. Like, you're not gonna do it.
So there's a chance.
Dude, if I give you this and I tell you 99% chance you will die, but there's a 1%...
What are you giving me?
There's a 1% chance you're gonna live.
What are you giving me? What are you giving me with your long ass nail? What are you giving me?
Are you taking it?
What is it?
I give you something, Gene. There's a 99% chance you gonna die.
You as my wife are giving me something.
All right, I'm done. I can't do it.
Point is,
I can't.
The point
I don't have the energy.
Point is, we don't know how long this guy as a boss has been making jokes on this guy.
It doesn't work.
And this guy finally wins the lot, and he's tired of the joke.
Dude, it doesn't matter. Like, you can't always pick the exception. Like, if 99%, like...
How many exceptions do we know there are success stories right now?
I don't know many.
All right, so cool. So it's
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
So it's a wrap.
I don't know many.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Good night.
Like, you can't bank on exceptions. Like, it doesn't make sense. If I'm having certain but that's the thing. No, but but you can't think that way because it doesn't make sense. Because if my life is on the line. And
we don't know what made that nigga say fuck you.
No, but okay, but you know probability, right?
Probably has nothing to do with something we don't know about.
Bro, you understand probability.
Just bro me.
Yeah, I did. Because like you understand probability. So you get it. See, the thing is you're just fighting against it because you feel like you always have to be devil's advocate. And I get it.
Whoa.
You do. Boy, I've been with you for too long. Like, I know how you are.
You've been with me for too long.
I know, like, you always want to be devil's advocate. It has to be the exception. It has to be this. But, like, in real life, real life, when you got to make a real decision, it don't work that way.
But you can't touch. You can touch, but you can't
Alan,
feel.
I can't do it.
I can't. You don't call me devil's advocate.
He's being ignorant. Like, he's at this point, Gene is just being ignorant. You're so annoying.
I'm just saying though, like,
what are you? You're so annoying.
We don't know what that nigga made. We don't know why he said "fuck you" at the end of the ring lottery.
No.
That's his boy. You don't know how many. You know how long he's been joking at him.
But okay, we don't know, but we know he gave
making him feel small.
Okay, but you know
he took him to lunch as a.
He
took him to lunch as a.
You know you eating today because of him. You know you got a roof over your head.
He's treating me today out of 6 months out the year.
No, he gave you a job.
Okay.
You got a job, you feed your family, you take care of your bills because of him. Like, if you don't want to eat a dookie sandwich,
in order for somebody to say "fuck you" to somebody,
hold on. If you don't want to, no, that's not true.
There's so much shit in between that we don't know about.
That's not necessarily true. You don't know how people process information. See, the thing is, you keep looking at it from your lens and how.
What's my lens? What is my lens?
Like, you look at it from like. The only way you would do that if somebody did you wrong, somebody did you dirty,
Listen,
and you could be objective.
Somebody could put me to work right now, and I take $5 every now and then. I buy a little lottery card, or a little scratch off. If I have no quarrels with this person, and I win my little lottery, guess what? Thank you for the opportunity, but this is what's happening. Blah blah blah. As a matter of fact, I could take you with me. Right?
If you want.
Cool. But for me to say "fuck you" to you after you so-called gave me a job, and we don't know how long has elapsed between that time. Right? And who knows? You've been joking on me, prodding the finger and all of that, right? Making me feel small because you got the opportunity and you didn't. And we know there's people like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, it just so happens that I won the lottery in your car while you were supposedly treating me.
A ticket that I gave you also.
How you gave me the ticket?
No, he gave him the ticket. That's the thing. He says, I just went into the convenience store. I got us some tickets here. A ticket I gave you. Imagine that. Not only that, I gave you the ticket. So even
so then that's not no regular friendship then. That's me.
No,
that's
like
me
I went to the convenience store. Oh, here. I grabbed the stuff. Oh, I got some. I got you some too.
I didn't know that part of the story.
Because you talk too much.
Well, because you didn't.
I'm just saying because you
didn't express yourself.
Because you be ready to hit in pounds. You talk too much.
So why didn't you stop me the whole time and tell me?
Me stop you, ma'am? How am I stop you? You know how
because in order for a boss to buy tickets for somebody, he went to the convenience store and give it to his employee.
Yeah, he gave it to him in the car.
Right? And he gives it to him. Right?
But ultimately... Go ahead. Oh, now you want to listen?
No. I'm just saying. It's kind of like, did he give it to him as a joke? Or, baby, you can stop working for me or whatever. And it happened to backfire? Or...
Dude, how you think homie got the tickets?
You didn't say that.
So he went to the store?
Check tape. You didn't say that.
Well, what I'm saying to you is... There are people that feel so entitled in this world, it doesn't matter. They will never remember what you did for them. Right. They will never remember that when they needed, you gave and you didn't have to, because it's like, yeah, you should have given to me because you have it.
Right.
That's how they think. They don't think like, I don't have, no. Since you have it, you got to give it. By what right? Just cause. So those people will always turn around because even though you giving it to them, they resent you for it.
Right.
Even though they feel entitled and you're giving it to them, they still hate you for it. So what do when they scratch it? All that hate in their heart, they turn around and say, fuck you, I hated you from the beginning. I hated that I had to have it from you. That's the point I'm trying to make.
They hate the fact that
there's more people. There's more people like that, just quietly, just insidious around you that you wouldn't believe, because homie had no idea. Like I had no idea you carrying that in your heart for me, because I'm just doing it out of the goodness. I'm doing it with no intentions. I don't need nothing back from you. I would do it for a stranger, so why wouldn't I do it for you? But they're walking around with that hate in their heart because they resent you. That's the point I was trying to make. Society is essentially held together by certain essential rules that are necessary to govern people. Because if you don't have it, whether that's religion, whether you think that's police, local laws, if you don't have it, the straight anarchy that will hit these streets, the savagery, like Book of Eli and things like that, it's held together by this thread. And if that thread unravels, you get the true nature of people.
But you
that
do
doesn't
understand,
mean, hold on.
the reason why.
Can I finish my point?
Bro. Wait, hold on.
No, I'm literally, it's a sentence. You can't just cut me off. Damn. I don't forgot my train of thought.
You lost your train of thought. So let me go. So the
That's
reason why,
that's
the
what
reason
they
why people go through anarchy and all these shenanigans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is because you've implanted a rule against them that does not work with nature. But you've had it for so long that it ran like it's normal. But people aren't right in the mind when they think about these rules, and you're stopping them from being actually who they are, and then you force them to be something else. So at this point, they've been so lost with the rules.
They need the rules.
Okay, see, this is where the problem begins. Because here's the thing. They've been so lost in the rules that they don't know who they are. Now given the chance to actually be free of whatever thoughts or whatever it is, and at this point they wild out. But guess what happens after the wilding out? They're like, wait a minute, I don't like this, or I don't want to do this.
Sure, they don't.
Yeah, but after they've caused ruckus and they realize that they destroyed their area, why did we do this? Why did I do this? Why did I participate in this?
Dude. They need the thing is
listen. We've been living with rules for so long. We don't know what it's like to live without.
You expect rules. You and other people. That's the biggest problem. You understand that some of these people are savages. Like you thinking like, oh, you have some integrity. There's certain things you won't do. So you're like, oh yeah, I'm living under a constraint of rules. But even if these rules are removed, it's just certain things I'm not gonna do. But the thing is, you don't realize, hold on, It's all abstract when it's not you. So it's all abstract, like remove the rules, but it doesn't affect me, right? You remove the rules and somebody hurts your family and you're like, oh, there's no consequence, right?
That's what I'm saying. The rule's been there for so long that if it is removed, it causes a problem. When really the real basic rules were just the 10 Commandments, right? Now, the 10 Commandments had people living in a way where, okay, you respect people, you respect each other, you respect your neighbor, and okay, every now and then, something would happen out of those 10 rules. And these people know that they would be punished for that. But now you create more rules. You created more rules aside of the basic human law.
Even with them rules, dude, they still won't follow it.
But what I'm saying is, over the time that you've implied your rules on people,
you needed
right?
more.
And the people who created the rules are not even living under those rules because you'll find them from time to time fucking up on shit.
Cool. I don't care.
How do you not care?
Dude,
you're following a rule that's based on somebody.
No, I'm not. Dude, I'm telling you that you need these rules because these people are savages. And you're thinking like, oh no, remove the rules. No, it will be like,
I'm not saying remove the rules at this point.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
I'm not saying remove the rules at this point.
Let me get another example. Whatever. Straight anarchy.
Why would you pick Mad Max?
Because that's what people will become.
Mad Max was a different situation, though.
No, that's what it's like
a post-apocalyptic.
Yes, that's when rules are removed. That's when government
people
falls.
Are trying to survive, and somebody and not in their right minds, but who has the balls to say, you know what, I'm gonna run this shit.
Facts. So what I'm trying to tell you is
that person's trying to imply their rules on the people who are already.
Based on what? Based on strength. So hold on. So there's no government. It's survival of the fittest. A 300-pound muscle person comes in, and 298 of that is straight muscle.
Uh-huh.
To overpower you. They will overpower you. There's nothing you can do.
Pew, pew.
Okay, you don't have it. You think you got pew, pew? He came in with 3 gorillas.
Pew, 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 pew.
You're delusional.
Okay.
Like,
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, dude, if you don't have that.
It has to stop somewhere.
No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. There's always somebody that's, okay, there's no true There's no one government. There's no rules, right? Somebody will human nature.
So you're
They
okay
will-
with this person that came to overthrow me because he's over 300 pounds?
why
No,
Moses
what I'm
okay
just
with
saying
it?
is, what I'm just saying is, this person comes, they take over our household, they're over 300 pounds, then they came with a couple of goons. Now, we didn't do anything about that. And they decide to go to our neighbors and decide to go to the next neighbors. And they have the whole fucking town at this point. Now, this becomes the rules that they're implying for taking over the whole town, right? Strong armed. That becomes their rules now, whatever. Are you okay with that?
Why would I be okay with that?
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. People are not okay with certain rules that are being applied by strong arm people.
I agree,
okay?
but there's certain levels. Like,
So the thing is, what you choose to do is not fight the fight, right?
there's certain levels, though. Like, as a society,
Explain the levels. So
Okay.
where does the society come in?
okay, as a society, as a whole,
Does the society is built after you've been
us-
strong armed?
No. Listen to me.
Or
I'm just telling you. As a
After you had a couple of generations that were born under the strong arm.
no, I'm not even talking about the strong arm. Just hold on, Daddy,
Being
chill.
strong arm. With Daddy chill?
Daddy, chill.
What the fuck even is that?
As a society, we could decide, like, okay, right? You used to get little kids, used to be girls 12, they're getting married to these 40-year-old men, right? And then, hold on, as a society, we're like, yo, it's 12. You're 40. Why are you marrying? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? But the 40-year-olds who like that, they fought the good fight. But collectively, we're like, no, that's not okay. As a society, kids weren't going to school. They weren't going to school at all because they had to work on farms. They had to do that. As a society, like, yo, the kid is 10. You got him working from the farm from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. He don't know how to read.
Right.
As a society, it was like, you can't do that. We put laws there. Hold on. We put laws. Dude.
Land the plane.
As a society, we can decide certain things that are just like egregious and awful, right? Collectively, we could do that. Now, you talking about somebody coming strong arm, brute force, right? Brute force coming in. Now he'd be like, that's not your wife. That's my wife. Let's go. And then does whatever they want, right? There's a difference between brute force and one gorilla coming in and taking over. So when you're saying as a society or these laws, you're saying we don't need them, we need them.
No. See, now you just presented another example of where rules are needed, but I'm talking about in general. See, you're talking about one particular situation where it's just not right, right?
Who decides?
You can't have a 40-year-old man
No, who decide it's not right?
trying to wife up a 10 to
But
14
But that 40-year-old man, in his mind, he's just and right. He doesn't think a villain.
Because you know why he's just in right?
Why?
He could only do that in the pocket society where he's at.
No, what is
Right? No. Hold on. He could only do that in the pocket society where he's at. Let him try to do that in New York City. How is that gonna fly? No. Let him do that. Try to do that in somewhere in Jersey
collectively,
City.
we've
It's not gonna
decided
fly.
that it's not right.
Okay,
We've
but
decided.
in his little pocket area,
Yeah.
where they strong arm themselves to the people in that area, where now it has become a common thing, right?
No, it's become a common thing because of brute force. So you can't.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, you collectively decide it's not right. You're saying
It's not collectively at this point. It's just because it bleeds doesn't make it right.
to you. That's why it says a hero is nothing but a villain to the other side. For
Right.
him,
You pulled that from your ass right there.
For him-
that's a good quote.
okay, but for him, he's just. It's okay. We talk about like the complicated villains, right? Brendan loved Thanos, and we're like, damn, he liked Thanos, right? And then you're like, yo, this man is killing half the universe, right? But for him, he's right. But you lost your wife and you lost your kid, and you hate him. But he's thinking he's doing something just and right. So that's the problem that you have. people be thinking what they're doing is right. It don't matter the cost. So you need collective rules.
But that's why, again, a lot of people don't agree with that. And then when you put up a fight, it seems like you're the one that's a problem. All right? Like you'll be kind of like considered like the rebels in different countries that's trying to defend their homeland.
Yeah.
And you're coming in from whatever agenda you have, and here you are. I am fighting for my land, but you call me a rebel, right? But just to go back to our son Brennan, I still kind of wonder the fact that
he loved Thanos.
Snap. And he did watch all. We watched all the Avengers movies leading to the whole Thanos.
And he still chose it.
So I'm kind of thinking, did he get it?
He did. First of all, he made a whole ode to Thanos when he was in piano lessons. Do you remember that? He made a whole song. He made a whole song. Snap, snap,
snap, snap.
Thanos.
Now this kid is in school, right? And he has to write a short little thesis about music or whatever.
No, he was in music lessons.
And he writes a song.
He did.
About Thanos.
And he was Thanos for Halloween.
And he loved Thanos. He was Thanos for Halloween. And even in the house, no uniform, no mask, no nothing. He would just, if you told him something, he would just, he would snap his finger. It's kind of like he wished that he could get you away for us.
That was funny.
But that kind of questions.
What?
Did he get the idea?
He watched
way before.
Okay.
We watched the same movies.
Well, no,
we all watched it together, right? As a kid. But you know how the young mind is so.
But kids naturally gravitate towards them like heroes like Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that wasn't his thing though. It was never Spider-Man. It wasn't Iron Man. It wasn't no Captain America. No, he went for the straight villain.
He did like
now, not that he's a villainous kid
he's
himself.
The sweetest kid ever.
And then the Eternals really shone a light on what Thanos' plan was.
But Thanos explained what his plan was.
Right. But you weren't paying attention because you were so far gone into the evilness of his plan.
No, I heard the plan.
Yeah, but you didn't understand it.
I understood it.
You understood it?
I did.
Okay. So for those that weren't listening, for those that weren't listening,
I got what he was trying to do.
Babe, you're special. You heard it.
I'm special. I got it.
You got it. But a lot of people didn't get it until the Eternals came out. And still, I believe that some people throughout the Eternals still didn't get it. So, again, going back to your saying of every villain is a hero on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So, with the Eternals, even though Thanos was trying to save the planets, which he says he loved, he proclaimed that he loves the planets,
right?
How beautiful they were and whatever, right? But him trying to eliminate half of the population of every planet,
that's the part,
sound crazy to everybody. And it still does.
Right.
But his thing was, if we don't do that now, we won't be able to save the planet for the ones that are coming out later.
True, but bro, like that's the thing. Like there's always somebody who feels like it's their shoulder. They got to be their burden. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's all good. Your theory is awesome until it's my husband that disappears. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what people don't get.
Crazy part.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, cool.
Nobody wants to go through that. Nobody wants to sacrifice themselves.
So it's abstract because you're like, oh yeah, I get it. Cool. But you're like, oh, 10 million is going to have to die. You're like, is it 10 million? Is it anybody I know?
Including my family?
And they're like, no, it's going to be 10 million from a whole country that you've never met. Oh, like, cool. It don't work that way.
Keep the party going.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't work that way. That's the problem. Do you get what I'm saying? I got what he was saying. I told you this before, and I feel it more and more every day. Like the Agent Smith because we were talking about movies, and it just got me thinking about villains. You know, you be thinking villains are like bad, but then now you retrospect.
The villain's the hero on the other side.
It is. That we know. But you, like me personally, you might think like, oh, yeah, that villain was awful. You used to hate Agent Smith, right? Like more and more the scene with Morpheus when he's sitting there, when he's like, I got to get out this zoo.
It's a smell.
It's the smell. He's just like, when he has that whole moment, back then I was like, oh, but now I'm like, dude, I get it. Like, I understand why.
Especially being in real estate.
No. Why you gotta bring real estate?
Because it'd be a true fact, though. Listen, I used to go show homes, and I'm like, Lord, there's a smell. How do you expect me to sell this house?
Oh, God.
Right? So I know that part, and it's a true fact.
It's not even just that. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I don't know what's going on in this world right now, but I know I went to the grocery store and olive oil was $19. And
it's not even a big bottle.
no, it was probably maybe 12 ounces.
Oh, so a boo-boo shot.
12 ounces of olive oil was $19. Yeah, I was just like, are you for real?
Look up
not even good olive oil.
Shot. Look what that means. It's Haitian Creole.
Not even like a proper good olive oil. It was like bad olive oil. And it was not. I gotta get out this zoo. Dude, Alan, I gotta get out because it's just like
it's the oil. Just can't pinpoint.
Like you can't pinpoint what's going on. So when you're like, yo, I need to get off the grid.
And here's the thing, though.
I understand.
Here's the thing, though. Not to get too deep into politics or whatever, but you can't really blame it on the political party that's here now because it's something that's been building up. And whoever's in power now would always get the blame for. Now, not saying that they don't have something to do with it, but it's always been something that's been trickling. And then you're getting the brunt of it no matter what time it is.
I need to get out. Like, I don't want to be a part of it. I really don't give a damn what's happening. Like, it's like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it almost feels like that you are watching a movie and you know it's not going to go well.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Because you're just like, yo, and you're just like, all right, I'm just going to go with it. Like, you're choosing to go with it. Like, even though you know it's not going to end well.
You know what's funny that you said that? I'm just gonna break this whole tension real quick because we could.
Did we go deep?
We could go deep because it could keep going and it gets political.
I mean, I'm not even trying to go into conspiracy stuff. I'm just saying.
It's not even that, but
olive oil is $19.
With that being said, I started watching Average Joe on Netflix last night. Mm-hmm. And you told me it's been out already and just haven't.
No, it's not Netflix. Old. I just think it's like a couple, like maybe like 1 or 2 years old.
Okay, I didn't know, but I just saw it for the first time on Netflix, and it came out, and I started watching it. And the choice to keep going, right, with something, and even though you know it could get worse, this show just keeps on building the anxiety.
Oh, see, I don't like watching stuff like that.
That's why I didn't say let's watch it, babe. Like I watched the first episode just to kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
If I would just say, babe, we should watch this show. But I already know. Yeah, it's not something you would want to watch because it's going to keep building. And it keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
Right? Because people are making decisions
Is there love in it?
Huh?
Is there any love in it to break the ice?
There's a family setting, which is trying to protect that. But trying to protect that, have people making somewhat bad decisions, but the bad decisions are based on survival. And it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse to the point where I'm usually calm watching these type of shows.
And
I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, I'm like moving my hand, like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
No,
like, you know what I mean? But if you get a chance, if you like shit like this, you like your anxiety levels to go up, whatever, watch Average Joe.
Sitting there sweating while you're watching it. Isn't it Deion Cole?
Deion Cole.
So is there comedy in it?
Listen, what's funny is that in the title, it tells you the title, whatever, and it says drama.
Okay.
But because of Deion Cole, now I'm not gonna say just him, but they do have these little slight breaks,
like comic
where
relief?
if you're like me, you'll laugh at these moments. Like fuck the real shit.
Okay.
You'll laugh at these things. right?
Right.
But the anxiety continues.
Nah, son, life is already providing that. Like, I don't need it. Like, for real, like, I don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I watch something, I'm trying to watch something to just chill out. Little escapism.
That's why you watch Family Guy every night.
I do.
like
I rocks with Family Guy because when I tell you, I know, first of all,
I
fall asleep
let
to
me say
Family
this.
Guy.
Listen, Family Guy, you fall asleep to Family Guy.
I do.
This is every night.
Every
right?
night.
But here's the thing, though. Family Guy, as you watch it, it's not a nothing show.
No, it's not.
It's not a nothing show.
It has proper commentary.
It has proper commentary, and it also has references to things that will make you look back. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
So it's not a nothing
But
show.
it's not heavy.
A nothing show. You happen to watch it.
No, like
it's okay, and you don't mind it.
a nothing show is like watching HGTV House Hunters. Like, it's like watching paint dry. You watch that.
What you've done too.
Well, no, yeah, but I was just like.
Then you fell into Family Guy.
Because it wasn't enough. It was just like you start resenting the people.
Oh,
and you're like.
Yeah, for some reason.
Shut up.
How you sell rubber bands and
It's
you're buying a fucking $1.5 million
no, for real.
house?
They be like, I sit and look at grass all day, and my husband collects rubber bands. We are working with $3.5 million to buy a house.
And our budget is $3.5 million.
Yeah, no.
Bitch, how?
Yeah, I it's cool. We love HGTV. However,
Used to.
no. I still watch.
We
HGTV.
really watched that show when we were buying homes for some reason.
Yeah, we did.
We were looking at that show like it would make it any better for us to buy a home. Whatever.
I know, but it's like keep hope alive.
The moment we got
the
our
moment
house,
we closed.
I don't remember what the channel number is. And I only watch it because of you at this point. So
Facts. No,
I wasn't too happy watching people buying homes. I'm trying to
you
buy a home
wasn't.
myself.
You was like,
fuck them people.
You just like, I hate that nigga. No,
Like
no. We still like HG. We don't watch it, but we still like it.
I don't watch it anymore, and I have no interest in watching HGTV. Okay, okay. Their story's never related to mine. All right, and I'm trying to buy a home. Okay, this shit never match.
Oh my god, yo, for real. The budgets used to be crazy. First of all, the budgets were crazy. The houses were tight.
Yeah, but
That never
we
made
started
sense.
watching. Then we started watching going overseas. What was it called?
House Hunters International.
House Hunters International.
I actually like those because those are just people. Those are not people.
It was the same rubber band people. They already had like
Yes.
multiple homes.
No, but
they're trying to buy something.
No, it's like no. I like those because it'd be like, we visited Costa Rica for a vacation. We fell in love with the place, so we decided like we're going to get off the Matrix.
And that's. But guess what?
Not
But
going into
go
the
ahead.
darkness.
It's
Of
not
it.
darkness, but it's just a true fact. But
They're like, okay, so they'll sell their home because they got equity in their home.
they don't sell it for real.
Okay, you're an nihilist. You believe in nothing. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So I like House Hunters International. Like, I don't mind that. But anyway, yes, I end up watching Family Guy.
Yeah, but ever since we got our shit, fuck them people in their rubber band selling and bird watching.
How we get to what we was talking about?
Get back to the main point.
I don't even remember the main point anymore. I was saying about Family Guy. You brought that up.
Well, the thing I was saying about Family Guys is watching something
nonsensical.
nonsensical.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Not that much substance, but it does have substance because
No, it's cool.
it used so many metaphors.
No, Family Guy rocks. I don't care what
think that's
nobody
what puts you to sleep. The metaphors just put you to sleep because there's so many things to fucking go back and look at, and
It's
the
funny.
references. It's funny. It's funny.
The only thing I don't like about Family Guy, like the only thing, is the Mr. Herbert, the pervert.
The fucking pervert.
I'm like, yo, can y'all just take him out the show? It's just too much for me. Like the references to him are just too much. It's like every time, even though like he looks funny, I can't take those references. That's annoying.
Yeah.
But other than that,
it's a bit. I do.
the only angst I could watch is, first of all, I watch things that like produce anxiety: Alchemy of Souls, Game of Thrones, House of Dragon.
You into deep with those?
I'm what?
You're into deep. Like your whole Netflix category
Oh, the
is
K
nothing but
dramas.
Korean.
The K dramas are cool.
The K dramas is
No, like you can't do angst and anxiety just for the purpose of doing it. There's got to be more to the story. It got to go deeper. Like if that's your plug where it's just like you just creating anxiety, people watching it, you don't have me. Like I got to get vested in the story. It's got to be enough. And
the K dramas got you.
The K dramas rock. They good. I don't care what nobody say.
Listen, that's why I don't want you.
And I watch it in
remote
subtitles.
Going into my page or doing nothing. I don't want you clicking nothing by accident.
Why would I go to your page when I have my own profile?
Because it's easy. You just mine's already open. You just click something that appears.
Why would I do that?
I do not want anything.
You like be thinking somebody's so obsessed with you. Like I am not going into your profile.
How many times have you heard people of power abusing their power?
That's the thing. It's a fine line. You don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. He could be very well. It was a different time where he probably was out here and he thought it was all good. And now that people are learning about power differentials and these things, and they're like, "Oh, did I really make
Me Too's and all that?"
Yeah, like did I really make that decision of sound mind, or was I in awe of him? And the
years later usually presents a problem to me because I feel like if you've been done wrong, you know you've been done wrong.
You forget that I got 10,000 black men out of jail, and that I changed the factory farming industry forever, and that I registered more of you to vote than probably anybody you know. And I worked for Black Lives Matter and every movement that's helped our people, all the women's rights and even gay rights movements that I did so much work for. To let them demonize me in such a way that my friends cannot visit me without you attacking them. But yet you stand next to Donald Trump. Knock it off. I'll be in New York next week. This idea that I'm hiding is stupid. I call a paparazzi of myself every time I'm there. I have an office on Wilshire Boulevard. I'm there all the time. I work out in New York sometimes, but I live here. I live here to heal people. Black people, did you forget that I got 10,000 black men out of jail?
All right. How convenient that he's just living there when he wasn't living there before. His life was lavish. No. Bali was a new thing. We bumped into him in the Hamptons.
The majority, I'm pretty sure
he was still kind of like at the height of what he can be, even though it was kind of like declining from his time. He was chilling.
Right.
He was chilling. Now these things come out, the allegations and whatever, and all of a sudden now you live there. Now
he might have actually lived there, and I don't blame him. Why would he want to, like, babe, we looking at an exit plan. So, like,
yes, we're looking at an exit plan as regular people who are trying to do their best.
Yeah, but he's older. I feel like he's probably in his 60s, right?
But you wouldn't be saying these things. Don't forget that I was this. Don't forget that I was that.
Well,
Don't
they
forget
are
I did
demonizing
this.
Him.
Well,
they do.
What are they demonizing him for?
In the Me Too era, he was accused of a lot of either sexual assault, allegedly, or sexual misconduct. So there's a lot of allegations against him, right? They essentially, there was a time where they, were clustering him with Bill Cosby and saying, like, people were coming out the woodwork and basically saying that he abused his power and there's a whole bunch of sexual misconduct. Okay. So you have to remember the Weinsteins, the Cosbys, that comedian in that era, these people were completely getting canceled.
I understand that.
So I don't know if
so
he
how
was
about
living
this?
There.
To cross-reference, I can't remember her name right now, but there was another documentary, which didn't make a lot of noise, but it was there. The chick that supposedly discovered Biggie, she was working at Def Jam, right? And she was practically under him.
Mm-hmm.
She discovered a few artists that we know now.
Mm-hmm.
Like artists. Can't remember her name right now, but she talked about being under him.
Okay.
And she basically had to escape from them because the sexual aspect of it was real.
Look, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know.
I understand, but what I'm saying is, if a person does a whole documentary about it,
So it must be true.
I'm not saying it must be true, but cross references the times and shows things and whatever, then that's something that could also be used as proof of something.
Look, I don't.
Or as a point of reference.
I don't know in terms of the really depth into the allegations. I don't know if it's true. I don't know all of that. But the idea of that you think because you do a lot of good things that people aren't going to come for you is insane to me.
Right.
Like, if they can crucify Jesus Christ, what you think they're going to do? Like, dude.
That's a whole fact.
Like, dude.
That's a whole fact.
If they can turn on Christ, you're not special. So when people say, I did this, I did that, but I did this and I did that. And don't forget I did this. Like, dude, just do it because your heart calls you to do it and it's a passion, and just do it.
Not because you're going to need to pass later.
Not because you think like that it's going to excuse you, or you think that they're not going to come for you. They're going to come for you. As a matter of fact, the more you do, the more good you do. Because let's be real, people, especially in this country, they love a good fall.
Oh yeah,
they love a good fall.
They love a good rise.
They love a good rise. They like building you. They do. You know who the people like that? The people of Athens, ancient Athens. Like, they wanted you to do well, but not too well. like they wanted you to be a decorated general, but don't talk too much.
Right. Because
then they would just oust you. Yeah. Like, you could be that guy. Like, you won 18 battles in a row.
They weren't doing shit. And
no. Actually,
there's always that. But
no, ancient Athens was popping.
They weren't all doing shit. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't do it with you. Damn.
Yes, we can. That's why you married me. But anyway.
Damn. Like.
Mm-hmm. So what? After 20 years, you can't do it no more?
I know.
So what you gonna do?
They be like, ooh, I figured out the...
What you gonna do?
Yo, you could be like, I figured out the cure, but you ain't figured out all the cures. Like, damn.
It bees like that sometimes.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do.
I can't.
You gotta be quiet before I take you.
You said you take me home? Good gracious. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that no matter what you do, and especially how high
you will always be villainized.
Like, there's always going to be somebody that is just like, can't wait for you to fall. So, dude. So what?
So do you do no good at all, or do good to a portion?
No,
or you don't
do what is called upon you to do. Mm. You're not doing it for other people. That's the problem. You're not doing it because, like, look at me. Homeless person. I bought you your food. Like, what the hell, bro? Just let the person have their dignity and just give it to them.
They catch you. But
like, if you get rewarded because whatever, fine, whatever. It's not gonna be like, oh, we want to give you the key to the city. No. I'm too good for that. Right. Shut up. Now you're doing too much. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna oust you like Athens. Just relax. What I'm saying is, like, you don't need to boast. Like, just do good because that's what feels good for you to do. Just don't be a scumbag.
With or without camera. No. I'm just saying, with or without camera.
Just don't be a scumbag. Like, yo, it's not even just don't be a scumbag. Like, you like him, how time. You know, he got that heavy tongue. Like, yeah. What?
Not the heavy tongue.
He does have a heavy tongue.
Thank you for coming now and good night.
He'd be like, forward and reverse. Like, forward and reverse. Like, he got a heavy tongue. Like, dude.
Forward and reverse.
You know, and I hate when they be like, black people remember. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to remind
the fact
people.
that you have to do that, it kind of spells
like,
guilty
dude,
a little bit.
It don't spell that. It's just
It
like you
does.
don't like.
It does.
I don't like when people be
Because
like,
if you do shit for the cause
remember
of
that
doing it.
$20 I gave you? Like, what, bro? We were in ninth
I
grade.
started not to give it to you,
Like,
but-
damn.
but you know,
Remember in ninth
you let me
grade?
borrow that shit yesterday.
Like, you don't need to remind people the
What a
good
nigga
that
that talking
you
about.
did.
You remember? Back in the day, I used to have that shit.
Tape.
Check tape. Remember? Back in the day?
He really played himself by doing that. Not like, again, I don't know about the allegations. I don't know if they're true, all of that. But you don't need, first of all, maybe part of it is what I find is sometimes, especially as people are getting older, right? Like he gotta be in his 60s. They're getting older. They make certain moves that are different. Like if somebody with some sense was 25, like don't do it, Russell. You know,
What today's publication would have
yeah,
said?
somebody's like, don't do
It
it.
would just give him the head nod.
But his 60-year-old self is just like, nah. Like, do you see what I'm saying? I feel like when you get
legs
older,
all crossed and everything, trying to show his purity and whatever.
purity. Boy, you just doing some yoga. Stop. You just doing some yoga. That ain't got nothing to do with no purity. First of all, the dude with the Bikram yoga out here sexually assaulting everybody.
Yeah.
Just because you're doing some yoga don't mean you just flexible. Like that doesn't mean you're pure.
Right.
Yeah, that dude was doing some nonsense.
Definitely used.
His and then people were just like, yes, want me to bend down? And then
They're doing the forward dog position, and he's right behind you in his fucking speedos.
yeah, he was.
I need to talk to you after this session.
Yeah, if you want me to open your chakra, let me open you up. We're not gonna use yoga like it's equals purity and goodness. You just flexible, my guy.